In 1990, a completely barren place, dusty soil, overheat, even no water, there was disaster all around. At present, it has become a place that left behind cities all over the world. Where there was no water, at present 128 billion gallons of water per year is easily provided at that place. Huge fountain canals are getting constructed in full swing. Where there was sand, today there are world-class roads, biggest building, biggest mall, biggest hotel, tallest restaurant, tallest elevators. It is said that it is almost impossible to build a normal building in the sand. They built world largest building on the sand itself. Here, the police drive in supercars like Lamborghini and Ferrari. You must have realized now that I am talking about Dubai, city of the richest people in the world. You must be thinking that they have oil, that's why they are able to do all this. But this is not, because that only 1% of their GDP come from the oil. Now the biggest question is that how did all this happen? And why did other countries are not able to do this? There is an interesting story behind this. Before discussing about it, let us see where Dubai is located. When you go to the west from India, you will see UI, United Arab Emirates. Actually, 7 different kings from different kingdoms decided together they will create a country whose country's name will be UI later. These are the 7 kingdoms seen. Sometimes there is confusion between cities and kingdoms because the name of these cities and kingdoms are the same. For example, the Dubai kingdom is called Emirat of Dubai. There is a city inside this Emirat of Dubai, Dubai city. Similarly, the city of Abu Dhabi is in the Emirat of Abu Dhabi. Just like every country has a president and a prime minister, so does the UI. But who will be the president and prime minister? This is decided differently. The 7 kingdoms decided together. The king of Abu Dhabi will be always the president, and the king of Dubai will be always the prime minister. That's why you see that the power in UI remain concentrated in Abu Dhabi and Dubai. This is why UI is a country where on the one side you see such picture and on the other side you see such picture in the same country. See what are the reasons that Dubai has reached such a distinct position. To understand this, we have to dig first a bit. If we talk about the year 1820, there was nothing in this area. Various kings, sheikhs used to rule their respective areas, and this area used to be called Sheikhdom. And the area where Dubai is, it used to be called a village of fishermen, which came under Abu Dhabi Sultanate. In 1833, the Maktam separated it from Abu Dhabi, made a separated state. He is also called the founder of Dubai. Those who are still ruling Dubai from this family. Now after sometimes in 1853, Britishers who were ruling the whole world. They were using this area to go to Mumbai from London, but they used to loot in this area with Britishers. So Britishers in Sheikhdom area, which included Dubai and Abu Dhabi, they spoke with them and signed a truce agreement where they agreed on security so they don't have to face any problem further. The name of this area got to change to Trucial Estate after that. Later Dubai was also counted as part of Trucial Estate. Later Russia and France began to involve in this area. Then these crucial estates were protected by the British Army, and the entire foreign affair of this estate was looked after by the British. But the British did not develop anything here because crucial estate was just a crossing point for the British. Also, there was disaster all around. That's why they did not have any profits here. At that time, the area of Dubai, it used to be popular for peril business more than fishing. but Dubai was still known as a village. But the fate of Dubai changed in 1958 when Sheikh Rashid bin Zayed became the ruler of Dubai. He turned Dubai from a village into a shining city. He went to Europe in 1959 and he was quite impressed with the infrastructure there. He decided this as soon as he came from there, he would make the Dubai a trading, transport and finance hub that must be famous all over the world. Dubai is the Persian Gulf between Iraq, Iran, Kuwait, Saudi Arabia and Qatar. Also, this route also connects Asia, Africa and Europe. This strategic location for Dubai is very good. Keeping this in mind, Sheikh Rashid, who already nurtured Dubai Creek under him, in which small boats could fit but big ones could not. Sheikh Rashid got it deeper and wider, so the big ships can also come here and it is not limited to small boats only. For this, he invested all the money and he had also taken a loan which was a huge risk and Sheikh Rashid had to face a lot of criticism for it. No one was able to understand his plan, but it turned out to be a huge success. Because of this, big ships started arriving in Dubai. Due to this market near Dubai, it started doing pretty well. Sheikh Rashid didn't stop here. He built an airport in this area. He spent a lot of money on the infrastructure. Whatever money was coming, he was putting into all these things, for which he was ridiculed everywhere because the money seemed too much for this project, and this was a struggle for him as well. Now, in 1966, oil gets found in Dubai, but it turned out to be very less compared to neighboring countries. Sheikh Rashid believed that if this found oil would not last long. That's why the money earned from oil was also invested in infra. He said one line at that time which is famous even today. My grandfather and father both used to ride a camel. I drive Mercedes and my son will drive Land Rover, and also his son will drive a Land Rover. But his father's son will ride again on a camel. That is why he want to make Dubai such a city that does not depend on the oil. Sheikh Rashid was building infrastructure in Dubai. At the same time, many other things were also happening in Dubai simultaneously, such as Dubai got independence from British. The Britishers left Dubai because they had to spend a lot of money on this area to maintain their security, so the British left Dubai in 1968 and in December 1971. All the kingdom became one. Ras Al Khaimah kingdom joined with them after a year later. These 7 kingdoms together make a country. Now Dubai was a kingdom in itself, but it is represented UI as a country. See, whenever ships go from one place to another place, they need ports for refueling, loading and unloading. The location of Dubai such that many ships had to pass from here, and Sheikh Rashid understood importance of this thing at that time, and he had made Port Rashid. Because of these ports, ships started halting there, and when a ship halts, there are always commercial activities on a very large level. You can consider it as a highway pass through a village, and the villagers make everything available in that village. Then the commercial activities of that village will increase a lot. Similar thing happened with the ports. Port Rashid built in 1972, and seeing its success, another port, Jebel Ali, was built in 1979. Even though it was built at that time, but even today it was the largest port in the entire Middle East. While all the construction of these things was going on, Dubai Dry Docks was constructed for repairing ships along with that, and here the Emirat of Dubai started shining from here when the rest of the countries were making big palaces with the money of oil. At that time, Sheikh Rashid's thinking was completely different. After that, one such thing was done which no one expected. When all the ports were ready in Dubai and many ships were coming, instead of increasing taxation of ports, Sheikh Rashid announced that Dubai's port will be Jebel Ali commercial free zone. It means the ship passing through this area, they won't have to pay the tax and the whole area declared tax free zone. With which import duty, export duty, manufacturing tax all were waived. This move by Sheikh Rashid was a game changer. Now due to so many reasons, this route became everyone's favorite. And almost 24% of Dubai's GDP started coming from this. Now Dubai had started changing rapidly towards becoming a big city, for which full credit goes to Sheikh Rashid and his bold decision. The thought process he had at the time, even today, there are many leaders who will think 10 times before taking such a bold decision. To develop Dubai, many skilled foreigners were called there because they knew growth of the country is only possible when the countrymen are skilled. People must have a hunger to grow. To grow in a technical world, it is required. Another important event took place in that period. Karachi airport used to be big and busy airport in Pakistan at that time because Pakistan's location was ideal. Everything used to pass via Pakistan from America to British Airways. Due to this, Pakistan's international airline had become very big. Sheikh Rashid wanted to route these things through Dubai because Dubai's location was also ideal. He tried a lot of this and many runways were built. And this runway building had one benefit that all the airlines such as Singapore Airlines, Air India, Malaysian Airlines for flight between Malaysia to Europe. This became a refueling point, but this didn't stop there because Sheikh Rashid wanted to divert this entire business to Dubai. In 1985, they started an airline. They named it Air Emirat. They gave extra money to Pakistan and started buying airplanes. And gradually they diverted Pakistan's entire business to Dubai. And Dubai Airlines beat the rest of all the airlines. From Dubai government, Dubai Emirat gave financial assistance by the government. Taxes were completely removed from Air Emirat, so that it remained at that forefront of the competition. Their government used to collect taxes from them, and he had to pay all the expenses from his own pocket. Air Emirat left everyone behind there, and later it left behind all the airlines around the globe. If you have been to Dubai, you must have noticed that Dubai is considered to be a country of highly religious people. Even after there are no many restrictions for foreigners, Dubai is created in such a way that anybody from any country can visit here without any hesitation. And when they come, they must want to come again and again. And Dubai can make as much money as possible with this. This thought process that we see, and Sheikh Rashid laid the foundation of this thinking. When ships from around the world were coming to Dubai, they knew people will come here as well. It is very important for visitors to feel comfortable. In comparison with neighboring countries, Dubai has open rules and regulation, and his son is taking ahead his thinking legacy further. Soon people from all around the world started coming here due to the ports and trade. By this, Sheikh Rashid thought, I should give more facilities to these people so they could stay more in Dubai. And from here began the journey to make Dubai a tourist destination. Things that began with ports, those who are going towards tourist destination. Now, by building big buildings and hotels in Dubai, the task of making Dubai tourist destination started. Many luxurious hotels were constructed in Dubai in that period, and Dubai hotel sector started making booming repeatedly with this. Till now, Dubai was earning only through people who were coming by ship. But in 1990, Sheikh Rashid tried that people around the globe must come to Dubai for tourism so that Dubai can progress more. But people were not coming to Dubai even after hotels and other facilities. To solve this, Dubai added another thing in their tourism, that is glamour. All these things which are famous or popular in the world, those were taken to a bigger scale and brought to Dubai. Burj Al Arab Hotel was made in Dubai in 1990. This hotel was one of the most luxurious and the most expensive hotel at that time. It was one and only 7-star hotel at that time in the world. This hotel had a private beach for the guests and they had their own helipad. But Dubai attracted the entire world focus with such building. King Sheikh Mohammed was very inspired by Daniel. Daniel was an American architect. He designed modern Chicago. He believed if any city wants the world to be in a way, then the medical project won't help in this case. Because nobody will not ask about that city. For such project, no one will notice the city and also there can't be any growth. That's why if any city want to keep itself at that forefront, then they would have to move ahead with giant project. And with this thinking, everything in Dubai started getting constructed on a large scale. On the sun, where even making a room is close to impossible, all the best architects were called there and numerous buildings were constructed on sand. The whole city was built inside the sea by filling it with soil. It could only have been imagined in dream, but Dubai constructed multiple islands on the desert. Where the construction was going for all this, there was always a huge requirement for water as well. Such water management system was brought into shape for this, which could make seawater drinkable. And the water problem got solved as well. They already had tax-free ports. Along with this, they made the whole country tax-free. Individual and businessmen don't have to pay any tax in Dubai. Instead of taking tax from common men and businessmen, they used money earned from oil export, tourism and trade. Because of this, all the rich men around the globe, they shift their business and headquarters to Dubai. Now, due to tourism and business, many people have come to Dubai. Around 35 lakh people live in Dubai, out of which Emirati permanent citizens are only 3 lakhs, even though more foreigners live in Dubai, but Dubai doesn't provide citizenship to foreigners. Dubai citizen can be only the Arabian, who had settled before 1925 or whose parents are Emirati. Emirati means a citizen of UI. According to their rule, you won't get citizenship by just marrying an Emirati. Only female can get it through this way. Only after 7 years of marriage and having a kid. In this case, you don't have a kid. Then only after 10 years of marriage you will get citizenship. And males don't have this option to get citizenship through marriage. But there is one way through which foreigner can get citizenship. If any artist, scientist or doctor is not from Dubai, who had at least 10 years of experience, who had got any reputed award, or you are a reputed investor who doesn't have any criminal record, Dubai grant citizenship to foreigner in that case. But they don't get voting rights. Even after that, there are so many benefits of Dubai citizenship: free education, free healthcare, housing allowance, cost of living allowance. All such facilities are provided. It's case of a monthly income. And if you work in a private sector, then you will get also 1.50 lakh INR. If you don't have a land, then also you can request to government that you want a land, then also you can get a land. Dubai citizen get many jobs, preference and subsidies. And Emirati citizenship become a millionaire as they take birth without doing anything. All these facilities are given because they want Dubai citizen to keep happy. Because if the citizens are not happy, the people start asking about democracy. There were protests in the entire Middle East during 2011. But there was no protest in Dubai at all because the citizens of Dubai don't want to change this particular system at all. See, Dubai is an autocratic Islamic state where their citizens are also very happy, but it is not less than a miracle to change a disaster land to almost beautiful city.